So for this snowman project, you're going to need to pick your base color yarn for your snowman. So I'm going with Red Heart Shimmer in Ivory, and this just has a little bit of sparkle in it, and pretty much you can use any white that you have. It can be fuzzy, it can be plain, it can be pure white, it can be ivory, however you want your snowman to appear. Then I have this line brand Heartland in Kings Canyon. And this is going to be the hat and scarf of our snowman. And again, you can choose any yarn, any color for however you want to decorate your snowman. Then you'll be needing a sewing needle and a stitch marker since we'll be working in the round. And then I'm using size 7 double pointed needles. And again, this is going accordingly to your yarn and however you want your snowman to end up. So just pick the needles that work best with the yarn that you chose. Then also I'll be using size 11 for the accessories to go on the snowman. So now what you want to do is just take your yarn and you're going to cast on 42 stitches on your double pointed needles. So I have put 14 stitches on 3 needles. Now this also can be adjusted to how big you want your snowman. So this pattern is very customizable. You can make it however big, however small, and use whatever yarn you like. So after you have your 42 stitches all cast on, what you're going to do is just work plain knit for the length of your snowman. So again, you decide the height that you would like him to be. So when I work in the round, I like to work the first stitch and then place my stitch marker so that it will stay on the needles and I won't have to deal with it falling off. So you just knit your first stitch, add your stitch marker, and then you're just going to continue knitting until you get the length of how high you want your snowman. So I decided to work my stockinette stitch for 7 inches. So this is about the height I would like my snowman to sit. So once you reach your length, then we're going to start our decreases. So what we're going to do is we're going to work the decreases by needle. So we have 3 needles, so that's how we're going to work our decreases. So what you're going to want to do is knit across your first needle until your last 2 stitches. Until your final 2, and then we're going to knit 2 together. And we're going to repeat that across our next 2 needles. So you just knit to the last 2, knit 2 together. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. Then for row 2, you're just going to do a plain knit row. And you're going to repeat rows 1 and 2 until 27 stitches remain in total. Once you're down to your 27 stitches, then we're going to do a row of knit 2 together. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove my stitch marker. And then I'm going to knit 2 together all the way across this row. You can even place your stitch marker back so you know which one is your first needle. And just knit 2 across. And you'll end up with an extra stitch, which we're just going to do a plain knit. And that'll leave us with a total of 14 stitches. You'll end up with an extra stitch on this needle, so we're just going to transfer it to our next one so that we can work our knit 2 together. Then you're just going to cut your yarn and then you're going to weave it throughout all your stitches and pull it tight to finish off your ends. So once you get your length and you have your finished piece, this is where you'll be adding the little rice bag for weight in the bottom of your snowman. This is optional, you don't have to do this. But you just place it at the bottom just to put some weight on the end. Then this is where you'll take your fiber fill and you go ahead and stuff the bottom of your snowman to your desired liking. Like that. Then you're going to take some yarn on your needle, and where the bottom of your snowman is puffed, you're going to weave the yarn in and out all the way around, and we're going to pull it tight to make the definition in our snowman. Then once you have it cinched around the top of the bottom, then you are going to stuff the top half. Then we're just going to string some thread onto our needle, and we're going to tie up the top. So once you tie off the top of your snowman, then you're just going to go ahead and make your scarf for his clothing. And you're going to make a hat to fit on top. And then you're just going to attach them by sewing them onto the body. And if you're adding eyes or any other detailing, then you do that now. And then you're done. So that is the snowman all complete. You can try other yarns and needle sizes to get different looks. And you can make them as big or little as you like. I hope you guys enjoyed this pattern. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.